wants to be king!
Today I want to talk to you guys about two of what I think is the most misguiding concepts, ideas in the whole manosphere, in particular the red pill space. And that's the idea of chasing women and money. Because so many people, so many young and men that are unfortunately come to middle age have never had a lot of experience with women and have never had money, it is kind of easier to understand how those people would feel like if they could just get those things, then their life would be amazing. But the truth of the matter is those things, all they are is things. Money indeed will help you live life. It'll help you acquire and accomplish things. But if you're an unhappy, miserable person, all that's going to do is give you the means to put a spotlight on those things and attract people in your life that'll make that exponentially worse. I'm not speaking anything that I say on this channel because of my opinion. I'm not speaking anything that I say here because I read someone's book or any of that. It's because I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, a lot of stupid, ignorant choices that have caused me a great deal of just suffering. And once I came to understand that it was my own hand that designed these things, then I realized that it was first of all, it was my duty to fix those things. But the way that I've done that is by reaching back and helping those who are still stuck in their own ruts, in their own ditches that they've created for themselves. And so when I talk about this, it's not like somebody that's hating on those who have acquired wealth like Tate and flaunt women like he and Bilzerian do. Not that at all. There's a point in time in my life where I lived a life that was similar to that, and it wasn't flashy because we didn't have the look at me technology that everybody has now. So it was a different thing, but it was the same shit. Because I was empty on the inside, I tried to fill that up with things. I bought things. I sought money, and in seeking that money, I learned a lesson that I heard from a guy that had stopped pimping. And a dude, one of the street cats, was making fun of the pimp because the way he grew up, the same way I grew up, was that pimps weren't much different than the hoes that they had control over. They were willing to pretty much do anything for money, and if the money was right, a pimp would bend over and let himself be tampered with. That's the ideology that the men that I was surrounded with, that's what they spoke of. That's what we were taught. That was our upbringing. But the pimp had a slightly different, obviously had a different take on it, and so he walked that line. But whatever made him change, maybe it was our vacation spot, whatever it was, he came to realize that his decisions in life indeed made him just like the women that he was pimping. And he said, as long as your pursuit in life is about money, you'll always be a whore. You will always reach a point where you'll prostitute yourself. And I was like, man, I'll never do that. Like I'll never do no shit like that. But I didn't understand what he was saying. It doesn't have to be on a sexual level. So many people sell their souls for money. Look at the rap industry. Look at Hollywood. In order to be rich and famous, these people sell out. They allow themselves to be done a certain way because they want that money. They want that fame. They want all the things that come with that. And that's the way this world is designed. And so when I look at these dudes who flaunt their wealth and move like that's the most important thing, and it's throughout the whole thing. Everybody who gives their generic recipe, do the work, bro, make yourself a better version of all of these things, but it's always geared toward the accumulation of wealth, the acquisition of material goods, so you can attract a bunch of women that you can biologically bang out. That right there is a recipe for men to end up in situations that they find themselves in the red pill manosphere space looking for answers, desperately grasping as they slide down the mountain that they built in their life. They take these chances, they take these risks, they throw themselves out there without doing any due diligence on the people that they surround themselves. And the problem with men is just like Samson and Delilah, if and when a man is smitten by a woman, he will sell his soul. He will tell her his deepest, darkest secrets, and she will destroy him if and when she moves in an evil fashion. Now, I have nothing against money. The acquisition of the means to take care of yourself and move the way you want to, that's important. But if all you're doing is doing things for money, you will prostitute yourself. And most of the time, when your pursuit is strictly money, there's a lot of avenues that are shortcuts. But I've said it many times, when you get it quick, you lose it quicker. And when you fall, the fall is much further than where you picked yourself up from. Having those things, it doesn't change your life. All it does is makes what your life is more of that. So if you're a weak, spineless piece of shit, all you're gonna do is be a rich, spineless piece of shit. If you've got no personality, if you've got nothing about you whatsoever other than your bank account, all that's gonna do is set you up for gold digging women that are gonna use you as an ATM. If all your goal is to run around and seek notch counts, then you're gonna run into sick women. A lot of when you're young and you're stupid, you don't like to listen to older people tell you what they've already experienced, what they know. The classic term right now is "shut up, boomer." And the funny thing about it is, these stupid people who like to share that narrative don't understand that those of us who are calling boomers, we're not boomers. Those were our parents. But old fools were once young fools. And running around chasing easy women, all that's going to do is lead you to a catastrophic downfall. Either you're going to catch something you can't give back, or you're going to catch something that you wish you could give back when she throws a baby out, or you get caught up in some crazy shit. There's so many different things that can happen when you're running around trying to just look at the outer package, when your whole mission is to smash and smash and smash and act like a teenage boy. Even if you are a teenage boy, you're acting recklessly. And the truth is, women, girls who are willing to play that game, who are willing to be modern, woke, liberated women, who are just finding themselves and having fun, those aren't honorable people. No matter what she looks like, no matter what your hormones tell you, that's not a good idea. I understand it's fun. It's what your body says you want to do. But when you run through life doing that over and over again, what you're going to do is you're going to desensitize yourself, and you'll miss a woman that you should hold on to. If your life is only about chasing the bag and chasing the bitches, you will live a miserable life. The people who show this world to you, they're not happy. They're not happy. They're trying to plug their empty soul with all of these things and these materialistic things, all of this in novelty, all of these women, all of these lures are provided to you by the ruler of this world. And if and when you make that your mission, you will mess around and find that. You'll find yourself deeper in the hole than you feel like you are right now. Instead of making your mission about money, make your mission about being of service. I have to be honest. When I had money that was at my disposal, that there was no reason for me to worry about how much anything cost, my life was nowhere near as fulfilling as it is now, when I see the excitement in my young athletes' faces, when I feel their embrace after a football game, when they were able to do something that before they didn't think that they could do. There's no amount of money that I could put a price tag on that feeling. I've had money. I've had bitches. I've had all of those things. And those things, all of them combined, do not measure to seeing my young athletes succeed. To give them whatever it is that I am to give them, and to see them receive that, to see them execute, and to see them succeed. That to me is worth more than all the riches in the world. To have a woman by my side that would take a bullet for me. To have a woman by my side who not only loves me, but more importantly respects me as a man. That's worth more than every single thought that I've pursued, that I've slayed. A lot of broken men, a lot of hurt men, a lot of men who have suffered L after L will tell you that it's hopeless. It's because it's hopeless for them. They tell you to acquire all these things that'll just set you up for another trap. Fill your life up with a bunch of things that mean nothing. I'm telling you, find what it is that you're here to do. We're not here to consume. We are here to give. We are here to serve. Wherever you are, there's somebody behind you that you can lift up. There's somebody suffering from something that you've already made it through that you can help. Find out what that is. Find out what that is and lean into that. And what you're going to find out is when you start doing that, everything that you truly want will just seem to fall out of the sky. But if your pursuit is money and women, enjoy the fall.